Why does it always do this? Good evening, everybody, and welcome to RSF1's F4 division. We were here in Canada. We've been kicked back to the screen again. This is becoming a regular thing on a Thursday, it seems. But we could get back into the lobby, no problem. Why does this always do this? Always does.
What a nightmare.
Honestly. Anyway. Let's go back to that. That's why. Hello. Hello everybody and welcome to F4 Division. Never changes, does it? Probably get to next season and it doesn't change. But anyway, I am BHA Waiter and I am joined by my compatriot as always, Chris, who is currently concentrating doing some maths at the moment, so we'll leave him be for a bit. They are important.
Oh yeah, I am doing the maths. I'm also very, very confused. But
Why?
Because I managed to confuse myself doing the maths somehow. I'll try again, but
okay.
Yeah, it's very complicated.
Okay, we are here for the 16th round of the season. I got this written down and I still forgot what round it was. It's round 16 of the season. We have only got a couple of weeks after this. We've got Austria and we got China to go after tonight in very overcast conditions at the Montreal circuit, the Gilles Villeneuve circuit, named after, of course, the driver Gilles Villeneuve, who was a legend and died too young in his career, but all the moments he left was very, very good. And can we have a moment today, because we can wrap up a championship as the Drivers' Championship of F4 tonight. It can be possible. We are working out the permutations at the moment, and we will get to you when we have figured that out. But it can be done. We can crown our second division champion after F1 was crowned earlier this week on Sunday. So good stuff. And because of the numbers, Q1 is a little bit, well, it's a practice session basically. Do not crash. You know the drill by now. It's a solid-ish number. I think we got 13, 14 here tonight, as well as a completely new driver. So good stuff ahead. How are you, Chris, anyway? I know you're concentrating.
No, you're all good. I'm really good, actually. I've been looking forward to this all week. I was expecting a couple more drivers to show up. I stated my... shall I say, I stated my opinion on the matter before the race, before we went live. But yeah, I did want a few more drivers to show up for this one. It's a lovely track. People are just worried about the penalties, and I think that's probably what's got rid of them for tonight's race, unfortunately.
That and it's towards the end of the season.
Yeah, and everyone's just slowly giving up.
We're all familiar. Yeah. In fact, we can actually crown two champions today. We've got the drivers and the constructors. Constructors are a whole lot more simpler. But again, we will go over that for the moment. Just a brief talk about Canada. As you say, Chris, this is a lovely track. It is also very, very tricky, especially on this game. You didn't race this week. I raced. I had a horrific time because, yeah, stuff happened. Also, game decided, kick me when I'm down. So,
yeah, I did hear how it went for you. I was actually watching the Plymouth Argyle game on TV, and then I switched away, and you was in third or something, or second. Next minute, you lost.
Yeah, I was third at one point. The Wall of Champions corner, but I didn't hit the Wall of Champions, which is sad. I should have spun the other way. Instead, I spun and hit the pit lane wall. So no champion for me.
Wow.
After we know the story of that wall there, but yeah, this is a very technical track, very difficult, but almost always produces an entertaining race, Chris, because of the closeness of the walls. Even if you think that the race is starting to curtail, gonna get a little bit boring, nope, all it takes is one mistake, one mistime of brakes, one bounce of curb on your car, hitting the wrong way, and that's it, race over, safety car, and the race turns on its head. And we've had a lot of wet races here this week, more than usual.
Oh yes.
By the looks of the clouds, we might get another one.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. This track is known for normally throwing up a few clouds, should we say. If you remember a race that happened years ago with Jenson Button coming from the very, very back of the field.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was a lovely race.
Oh, that
I remember
was
watching
one
that.
of the best F1 races I've seen. It was very, very good.
Good stuff. Currently, we have Cornet Star fastest at the moment on a 10 flat, but again, we're not really looking at times. Just get through this session. No problem at all. Do not crash, and we will be moving on.
Yeah, and actually set a lap. Sorry for Camo.
Yes.
Sorry, Camo. Yeah. But yes,
did you have to bring that up?
Yes, I did. He's my teammate, and I'm livid with him for doing it.
I mean, I don't particularly like the guy either, but did you have to bring them up? I wasn't going to mention it.
Well, I mean, it is very, very relevant to what's happening right now. If a driver doesn't set a lap, you will be starting from the back, more than likely.
Or you will be... Yeah, things will happen that you won't like it.
Yeah, correct.
And you might demand for a restart. That's it, okay? That's the last thing I'm going to mention.
I hope he's not in the chat.
He probably is. And admin probably directs it. You know what Michael said about you?
Yeah, but we mean well for the drivers that are here racing tonight. We're basically just telling them to not be silly.
We're doing way better than what Dom did earlier this week when he told someone to overtake a safety car and then not get disqualified.
I saw that!
It's so good.
I was watching the race. I was in F5, I believe. Mr. Crunchy Bear, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching the race. Obviously, I didn't drive it myself, but yeah, it was quite funny.
Crunchy Bear, the unfortunate victim of the demise of Dom. So,
yeah, correct.
lovely stuff.
And also,
have you finished with your
the
maths?
standings? Not really. But I have figured out
Okay.
there is a 39-point gap between them and 78 to play for. So that's all I've got.
Right. So what you need to figure out basically is if Lincoln... So Lincoln is the championship leader. Let's say this right now. What are you doing, Lincoln? Drive. Thank you. Lincoln has a 39-point lead. Basically, he needs to get to 52 points to be guaranteed winning it tonight, because there'll be then 52 available. He has more wins as well than his nearest championship rival, Millsy. Actually, let's make it simple. He needs to get to 53. So 53 minus 39, which is 14, I believe.
Well, put it this way. What I've just done
basically
now is I've just added 25 points. Say Lincoln wins tonight, and Mr. Millsy gets 0 points. He's champion, and the gap goes up to 64 points.
I figured it out simply.
Yes.
Lincoln needs a podium.
Yeah, I think a podium does it, yeah.
Lincoln needs a podium. Third, second, or first. And that's regardless whether Millsy beats him or not. Lincoln is F4 champion. Nothing against Lincoln though, Mr. Chris. I kind of want Millsy to beat him. Just so it can go to the final 2 races.
Me too. I would like
or
it
even
to
the
go to
final
the final
race.
round. Yeah, I would love it to go to the final round. Also, hello, Rocket. Please don't get anyone else disqualified.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I would love it to go to the final round because it's been a great championship. Every driver's put their mark on it. Button was very, very unfortunate to slip away. Cornet Star, very unlucky with the problems he's had. But yeah, it's gone down to Millsy and Lincoln, I would say. The other ones, I think Button's mathematically still in it. Is it Button? Yeah, it is Button that's mathematically still in it. But let's be real, he
needs a miracle.
Yeah, he needs
a minor miracle.
He does. But then again, he is only 6 points back from Millsy, so... You know, if we're saying that, does Millsy need a miracle?
I'm just doing my own maths here as well. We've still got 10 minutes for stalling.
What we need,
no one's crashed
and this
it yet.
sounds harsh, what we need is we need Lincoln to end up in a barrier and Millsy to win. And then it gets dramatic for the final couple rounds.
Certainly do. I'm just trying to figure out something. Basic constructors. Because I thought... basically, let's give some context here. So Aston Martin, since the start of the season, basically, are leading the championship. They have a 115-point lead over their nearest rival, Mercedes. Now, I believe I need to figure this out again. But I believe Aston Martin only need 2 points. Either tonight, next week, or the final round. That's regardless what Mercedes do. And bearing in mind, there's 2 of Aston Martin and 1 lonely Lincoln Mercedes.
Yeah, seeing his teammates thought it was appropriate to bounce on him.
Simply put, if the combined total of what Kachow and Button get is better than what Lincoln has got, they are F4 champions.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So it's
Now that's that maths out the way.
Yeah, maths out the way. Do you
hate that?
Do you want to run through the constructors first, or should I go for the actual championship? Because we need to do them.
I'll go for the constructors now.
Alright, mate.
So yeah, Aston Martin lead the way, as I mentioned, 331 points. As I said, they've led it pretty much from the start of the season ever since the tribal dominance, and he moved up to the divisions, but they basically being consistently near the top. They will be deserved champions if they win it. Mercedes, Paul Lincoln, he has scored about 204 of those 216 points, but I think it's about right anyway.
That is right.
Yeah, so he's had a bit of bad luck with the teammates and so on, don't we all? But so yeah, they're in second, 216 points. Third is Haas, 197. Fourth is Williams, 151. Then next is Alfa Romeo, 142, closely followed by Ferrari, 139. Then it's McLaren, 129, AlphaTauri, 121. So there's a little battle going on there between all them and lot. Then we drop back to Alpine on 65. Then we drop back again to Paul Red Bull. Better fault for Red Bull. 32 points they've had as a team in this division so far.
Bit rubbish, really.
And there's no Red Bull here tonight. So
yeah,
that's been their problem, drivers. As Fishsticks, by the way, pops in a 9.5.
Yep, that's a bit quick.
Hello.
The thing I'm more worried about is that there's a certain driver that hasn't done a lap yet, and he's quite an important driver. Mr.
7 minutes.
Millsy.
He's stalling. 7 minutes stalling.
Let's hope he's stalling. There we go. He's coming out the pits, as I mentioned him. I think he was just waiting for his name to be mentioned, and he was like, "Oh, go on then."
Meanwhile, in the members' lounge of our Discord, Musical Rocket and Muddy Biscuit are having a very Hey, Millsy, there's a wall there. What the hell? There's a wall that sticks out the exit of the pit lane. You need to freaking hit it.
I mean, that would have summed up his qualifying, really. Millsy's terrible in qualifying. Not even going to beat around the bush.
100% behind you on this.
Yeah.
Don't ruin it.
Yeah, Millsy's not very good at quali, but he is a fantastic racer.
Also, before we move on, we need to welcome to RSF1 the proud community of OG Greasy. Or Grease, is it?
Greasy!
How you pronounce it, Chris?
It's Greasy.
Greasy.
It's Greasy.
Okay, no, but he spelt it Greasy.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, he's either dyslexic or he's just there's something wrong with him. I don't know, but it's Greasy.
Anyway, welcome to the community of RSF1. Of course, Mr. Chris.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember your debut, but most important #1 rule, Mr. Chris, of your debut.
Finish.
Not even finishing counts. First impression.
Yeah.
Don't do anything silly.
Yeah, don't do an Owen and go out in intermediate tyres in quality. Yeah, correct.
Because reading the rules count. It is a very long rule book, but they make sense and you need to do it. It's mostly common sense anyway, but...
You want to know the truth for me is I've never ever looked at the rule book.
It's too long.
No, I've never even bothered.
You never get into trouble. You never get into trouble,
it's because it's common sense, like you said, like, follow the rules. What you got to do is drive out on track.
People still break them.
Yeah, drive out on track, stay on the track, don't hold people up, and don't be stupid, and you'll be fine.
Don't ready up on the grid before the host does.
Yeah, that's probably the only rule that's not in the common sense bit.
Anyway, he's in the Williams tonight, as you can see, replacing Tiff, or LA16 Pam.
Yeah, so...
At least we've got 2 Williams here.
Before we jump into Q2, that means something. I am going to quickly run us through these drivers' championship.
Yes.
So, down in last place with a big fat donut of points, Mr. Braver Container, who's not here again. Then you got
He's going to be on 0.
Yeah, he loves 0. He's just staying on it. Bizarre Mike in the house on 6 points, sharing the 6 points with Mr. Double. And then above him we got Rogue, who is literally, and this is amazing, has finished 1 race all season. 1 race. He's doing a great job. Good lad. He's got 8 points. Active Fox has 12 points, and he has literally finished 1 race as well, and that was 4th in Great Britain, actually. So credit to him. Then we've got Mr. Primus Gaming, who has 35 points. Above him, NUFC Owen, who's only been here for 5 rounds, and he's up to 41. Pierre B 2611 in the Red Bull with 44. One of the disappointing Red Bulls that has not showed today. Scotsman in the AlphaTauri with 51. Then you got Desbro 54 in the Alfa Romeo. Then Mr. Immortal, your teammate in the Williams car with 65. Then we have Mr. LA16 Ham, which is not here again tonight. Disappointing. 86 points. Old Mansy's got 88. RSF1 Kachow in the Aston Martin with 106. Fish Sticks has 113. Cornet Star, 116. Mr. Button has 149, so he's carrying Aston Martin a little bit. RSF1 Millsy has 165, and he's 39 points behind our championship leader, Mr. RSF1 Lincoln, who broke his duck in Bahrain and then went on to win Hungary. So can he get 3 in a row? He has 204 points, and like you said, the majority of Mercedes points this season.
By the way, I correct my earlier statement because I just realised I made a big boo-boo. Lincoln needs a podium if Millsy doesn't score. Yeah, because I said earlier all he needs is a podium. No, because if Millsy finishes ahead of him, like 1st or 2nd, obviously we carry on.
Yeah.
Because the gap would have closed.
I did know that, but I just didn't correct you.
You didn't correct me. You made me look like an idiot. So
yes.
Thank you.
You're alright. You're welcome.
Also, we're moving on. To Q2. Nobody crashed. Yay. See, it can be done.
Yeah. Use common sense and you'll be fine. Well done, lads.
Why did I proceed to scroll down knowing that we have 14 drivers here?
Title's his I Need a Miracle. Come on, Millsy. None of that. All we got to do is... I mean, yeah, you do need a miracle. But you need Lincoln to crash. Or maybe assist said... No, I was joking. Don't do that.
Actually, no. Think of it this way, actually. I remember last week because I remember thinking, how on earth did he get 4th place when most of the time he was outside the top 10 and no chance of points? Because as I mentioned earlier, this track is very acceptable for safety cars at any point. So, absolutely never give up. Do you remember Kimi Raikkonen in 2007? Never give up. Yeah,
but Kimi Raikkonen probably didn't win it on penalties. A driver tonight will win it on less penalties they have. I can tell you that now. I think Millsy probably could win this race without getting a penalty, because he is very consistent when he wants to be.
Also, the clouds are gone.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still there, but they're not.
Nice little voice crack.
Yeah. I'm not giving up, just being realistic. Well...
Yeah, so are we. Realistic, no penalties, you can win the race. And then it closes the gap. Say Lincoln finishes 4th, you win the race. You close the gap to under a race win, potentially? Or close to a race win, so you're not out of it yet.
Everyone in the chat, we currently got 14 at the moment, I believe. It says 14 on my count. It was 17 a minute ago. But that's
it says
fine.
17 for me.
Okay. Guys in the chat, I'll let the chat decide. Do you want a quiz question? While we watch 2 as we start.
Yeah, we're losing 4 drivers from said session.
This is obviously where strategy comes into play. Now, strategy, Chris. What are we thinking?
It's a 2-stop from what I know. If you go 1 stop, you are pretty much a psychopath. Because the tyres around here are awful. So you're probably aiming for a soft medium or medium soft medium. I think it's going to be 2 mediums, but you could stretch it for 2 softs if you're very, very good on tyre wear. but it's going to be 2 stops, I think.
Obviously, the problem with... Oh, Owen, do not cut the last corner because that's your next lap invalidated, isn't it? Yep. Which is the killer. It's an absolute killer at this track. China's another one.
Yeah.
Absolute killer. Yeah, you're right. 2-stop strategy is probably the way to go. Being aggressive, having 2 sets of softs fresh for the race, or
Round. And he's in a wall. Luckily, only the rear end hit the wall, so he'll be fine.
Mercedes, however, Lincoln had to take an avoiding action, but he wasn't an outlap, so that's all right. Yeah, the problem with this track is, though, you can very easily lose a set of fresh softs for the race, Chris, because it's so easy to invalidate or damage your front wing and not get through. So,
yes,
tricky, but possible.
And also, just so you know, everybody would like a quiz question. Millsy sat in the pits waiting patiently.
When you say everybody, it is just Millsy and Rocket. I am seeing.
Okay, just Millsy. Rocket doesn't exist. He's not there.
Fair enough. Right then. Right, so I'm going to work the same as I did last week, Chris, if you remember. So pick a year from 1950 to 2019, not including 2000 2009 because you already picked those.
2003.
2003, okay. Ooh, okay. This is... I can make him disappear. Okay, this is relatively an interesting one. So, I don't say the answer. Give the chat a bit of time.
Yeah.
Who became the youngest ever Grand Prix winner at the time during the 2003 F1 season? Was it A, Kimi Raikkonen, B, Jenson Button, C, Felipe Massa, or D, Fernando Alonso?
I had an answer in my head before you even read them out, so...
Fair enough, but give the chat some time.
I will.
And we'll give the answer at the end of Q2. Right, focusing. Mr. Zilla has just gone slightly quicker than Desbro on the medium tyres.
Yep.
Old Manzi, though, on the softs. Now, you can go soft, medium, soft, or soft, medium, medium.
Yeah.
But as we know, always Old Manzi clipped the wall, I think, there on his lap as Lincoln goes 7/10 faster than Zilla.
Yeah.
Welcome to F3, Lincoln.
Also, I'm going to give you my answer, by the way. I think it's Kimi. But I can see a couple
You think it's Kimi?
I see a couple of answers in there, and they're both different to what I was thinking. I was thinking Raikkonen before it even popped up.
Alright, fair enough.
And if I'm right, I think it was in the McLaren. But I could be wrong.
He wasn't a McLaren this season. Right, so we've got Lincoln on a 10-1 at the moment. Yeah, saying about the softs, Chris. If you do start on the softs, you have to do very, very well in Q3 if you go through on them, correct?
Yes, if you go through on the softs, you want to be at the front row. Because, realistically, you're not going to be able to overtake that easily around here without the DRS assistance. Because it's just not easy to pass. The braking zones around here are single file. The corners are realistically single file. Oh! Oh, that was close. Sorry, but I had to interrupt myself there. Button was coming out the pit lane. Cornet was just about to... Well, he's just finished a lap and he was trying to get out of the way. And then Button stopped thinking Cornet was on a lap and he nearly hit him. That was...
Wow.
Crazy. Yes, as I was saying... Yeah, you need to be at the front because overtaking is very, very difficult. Very difficult without DRS.
Need to be in clean air, don't you?
Yeah.
To make it work. You need to be at the front of the pack controlling the pace. Basically, pole position is the most ideal start if you start on the softs.
Yes. And if you end up starting in the middle of the pack and you're on the soft tyres and everyone else around you is on the mediums, you can probably expect a spin in turn 1. Because you're going to go for a move that they're not going to give you space for. Because the turn 1 is a nightmare of the race and start. On board with OG Greasy at the moment, coming into the final 2 corners. Obviously, that
rough chicane, which you've got to be
Ooh.
so cautious across, and he is.
Too cautious. He lost loads of time through there.
It's been a 10s. 10-9.
Yeah, he lost loads of time through there. That won't be enough.
Owen's gone a 10-7, but he's done 4 laps on his medium tyres as Immortal goes very deep into turn 6, I think that is.
Yes, Immortal might be struggling with some distractions in his household, but I think Immortal can do very well tonight if he gets his head down.
He's backed out of his lap. He's not going full pelt. Here's Millsy. Key qualifying session here, Chris. He needs to get into this top 10.
Yes.
We assume Lincoln will get in there.
Yeah, but then we say this about Millsy every week. We say it's key for him in qualifying. He qualifies at the back and he still finishes 3rd, 4th, 2nd. He's just always there.
Oh. Carl was heading towards that ball on the right-hand side as he heads into the hairpin. 42.3 middle sector. That's only just about quicker than Greasy. And Owen
Pachel's
was...
coming to line. Pachel goes B1. 109.9 on the mediums. Lovely lap that.
Nice. Yeah, I know Lincoln is on the mediums. I had it on current tyre. There's the best one. He is on medium tyres. As Mills, he makes an absolute pavlova of the last chicane. I was going to say palaver. I tried to be funny by saying pavlova. But that was...
Pavlova, you donut.
Wow. I mean, I think he got put off by the car that was entering the pits at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just...
Oh, button's
oh,
clipped
a
the wall.
button! Oh, you saw that?
Is that damage? I don't know. I think he's okay.
Get the lap valid as well
Yeah.
to start it. How on earth has he got away with that?
I think he might have got a bit of lime green damage there. Because turn 1 and turn 2 look awful.
Sees it, Zilla gets it. Zilla likes the Pavlova line.
Oh, Zilla.
Started a trend, didn't they?
Actually, I got to be nice to you, Zilla. You're in the AlphaTauri tonight. Yeah, come on, Zilla.
Mhm.
You've got, mate.
AlphaTauri have won too much. They
No,
won
we-
F2. They won the F2 constructors. They've won the F3 constructors. They didn't need to win anymore.
No, I've
If
let
someone
them down in
button
F5 by
again.
not racing. Yeah.
Button's invalidated.
It's between Aston Martin and AlphaTauri for the overall, isn't it? As well.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Aston have got like a 60-point gap or something above.
Yeah, something like a couple of weeks ago there was only 2 points between them. But yeah, Aston are pushing forward at the moment.
Yes, it's all because a lot of people in AlphaTauri have not been racing, me included. But it is what it is. You can't do much about that.
Ooh. Fished this ran a bit too deep into the hairpin there. That will cost some time.
I'm on board with his teammate, Mr. Rogue, into the final corner. Is he going to invalidate? Absolutely nails it. I think that looks perfect. Coming to the line now. He's going to set a run out of ERS to the line, but a 10.6 puts him 5th, right smack dab in the middle of the top 10.
Fistics 10-4.
Immortal
Right
must
in
have
there.
run out of fuel because he's going very, very, very fast down the back straight. Flying.
I just go very slow. I went on to him because I thought you were serious.
I didn't know
fast
you'd
is he
fall for
going?
that.
Right, everyone on mediums, by the way.
Yes, but I think Immortal might box and go for some softs.
I was going to say, would anybody try it?
Also,
Dilla's
Millsy.
currently on the softs.
Millsy is in danger again. And he's,
Maybe he messed up the last chicane though this time now.
yes, he's coming back out on the mediums, so it shows me, so I presume that's right.
The Chow's confident, and well,
Kachao will be
he
fine.
doesn't get through on a 9-9.
Yeah. If that doesn't do enough for him, then he might as well just retire now and go home. Simple as that.
Don't go wrong. Uninstall the game.
Yeah, just give up. You're done.
Right, let's ride aboard with old Manzi. Do you mind me taking the lap, or do
Yeah,
you want
you
to
do
do
it. You do it.
Okay. Right, heading into turn 1 is flat up right hand into turn 2 onto the brakes. And straight into turn 3. The traction out of this corner is absolutely horrible. You want to short shift to 3rd, maybe even 4th, which he does. And then into turn 4 and 5, which is, for me, the trickiest part of the corner. of the track, because as you can see the car gets very unsettled, flat out for the left right, and then another left right chicane, which is also very tricky, but you want to try and hug the curbs, which he didn't on the second part of that chicane. Now another chicane, this one underneath the bridge. The car always goes sideways as you go over the curbs. It's all about finding the fine line between the track limits and keeping the speed up, of course. Then into the hairpin, which I'm sure has a name, but gets it turned in nicely. The extra rotation worked. And then you're on this back straight, and the feeling along here, especially when you've done a good lap, is you're thinking, when's my braking zone for this final 2 corners? You can be very, very nervous and apprehensive, but if you turn in right at that bump there and brake and try and thread the car through, but Mounsey was very cautious through there, wanted to set the lap, and it's an 11.3, which isn't enough for the top 10, but at least he's got a lap on the board. He's got time to go again.
Yes, more than Button has so far. Button does not have a lap on the board. And I swear I just had desync with him, because it looked like he was going into one corner and he was somehow at a different corner. But, okay game, whatever. But yeah,
41.9 middle sector.
Is that good? I don't know.
Yes. That's half a second quicker than Greasy's time.
Okay.
So he's currently top 5 at the moment. That's not counting whether he can nail this last chicane. And I hate the run down into this corner, because you're just thinking all the time, when do you brake, when do you turn in?
It's awful. Yeah, it's awful.
Nicely done. Goes 6th.
He's done enough.
Just a bit of time. Into the top 10.
Because, and the reason I do say he's done enough, is the only person going on a set of soft tyres, and I called it before, was Immortal. Immortal is on the softs. He is the only driver to do this. I think. Oh no, Revenge Zilla's on the softs too.
Yeah, Zilla's been looking at those softs for a fair while. Rogue might go on them as well. In danger. Owen's in danger as well.
Rogue is doing something bizarre at turn 1, turns 2.
Oh, is Despo retired? Despo binned it. I
Oh
think he
wow!
has.
I didn't see it. Oh, is that?
No,
who?
he hasn't.
I didn't.
No?
What? No. That's a slow-moving old Manzi. Desborough's in the pits.
I just noticed something, Chris.
Hello.
Lincoln's gone onto softs.
Why the hell?
Unless that's
What?
mediums.
No, I think that's softs. I actually think that's softs, because why would you go out on another set of mediums? The same set of mediums and wear them out. He's on the softs, I think, to be safe, just in case he needs to be.
Millsy. Old Millsy, you tactical person, you.
What's he done?
He's electing to start 14th.
Why? Why would you want to start 14?
He was on a semi-decent... Lincoln is on softs, apparently. Got good to Kuchao and Cornet.
Why would you want to be on the... I'm
So
very
that's
confused. Immortal...
That's two massive...
Oh, he's nailed the final chicane.
balls.
Immortal should top the session here, or be at least close to it. Oh, he's made a mistake somewhere. Fourth place.
So Owen's right on the bobble now. Millsy is out.
Yeah, that's a strange
Millsy-
goal.
Mike's going to be joining him
Yeah, Mike is
on
done.
the back row.
Greasy is too... Oh, he's invalidated!
Validated. No.
Revenge Zilla, though. 6 temps up right now. He will knock Owen out if he gets this lap together. Rogue should pit. Rogue, do not set this lap. Do not set this lap, Rogue, if you can hear us. Don't be silly. You're fine. You're safe. Someone tell Rogue before he does something stupid.
This is all down to Zilla. It's Zilla or Owen that's going to be in the top
It's
10,
Zilla.
and he's nailed the last chicane.
Yeah, it's
Zilla's
going to
got
be
it.
Zilla. Yeah, this is Zilla.
Unless he breaks.
Rogue needs to back
not.
off this lap. Rogue
Oh.
needs to back off this lap. What's he doing?
Zilla!
Box!
Zilla's the devil. The
I think-
9666.
Yeah, I think Rogue might set this lap. And he is.
He is. You're going to spoil it. Is he going to go top?
Yep.
Oh.
He didn't need to do that.
it?
He was safe.
So out is Owen, who misses out by a 10.5. Greasy on his debut, but 2/10 off the top 10 is not too bad. But we've lost him again, and you pointed this out earlier. He doesn't seem to qualify well, especially his last few weeks. I mean, never count him out, but I was on board his lap.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether it would have been enough, but he slowed.
Yeah. Maybe he realised how many laps he's done on those tyres and thought, nope, I'd rather start last.
Bold call, though.
Also,
Massively bold call.
Go on.
Because I'm just thinking he's on the rear of his teammate. Oops, not the rear of his teammate. He's on the rear of the grid with his teammate. But he's starting directly behind the newbie.
Oh dear.
Who's going to be nervous on his first race.
Put it this way, I'll be very surprised if the newbie doesn't ready up early.
Also, he's Canadian, apparently. I don't know where he is. So, I think the tyres are correct, which is a thing.
Yeah, they are.
Rogue, Zilla, Lincoln, and Immortal all on softs. They need to qualify well.
Wait, no, Lincoln's not on soft. Lincoln's mediums. Lincoln's definitely
Lincoln
mediums.
is softs. Lincoln is softs.
No.
Chow and Notoria said they are softs.
Yeah, he was on softs in the second run. He was on mediums in the first run. He did not set a lap on the softs. I can categorically confirm that.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he improved because he was on a 10 and he went to a 9.9 on the soft tyres.
If he's done that, he's a muppet. Wow, okay then.
Anyway, the answer to the question in Q2. Lincoln set that lap on soft. That's what that game said.
Wow.
You know what the game was like.
Lincoln's banged his head then.
Yes. So the question was, who became the youngest ever Grand Prix winner at the time during the 2003 F1 season? You are partially correct, Mr. Chris, or Kimi Raikkonen. But he did it earlier on in the season in Malaysia. It was like round 2 or 3. The answer did it in Hungary, and he was younger than Kimi.
Was it Nando?
It was Nando, Mr. Nando Alonso. Hungary in the Renault.
Oh yeah,
won his first Grand Prix, and he was younger than Kimi at the time.
When the Renault started getting good.
Yeah. Millsy said Massa as an answer. Massa was not racing, I don't think.
Hopeless? Hopeless? Oh, sorry.
Well, no, he was. I think he started in 04.
Yeah, because I think...
No. His first year, Massa's first year was 2002, took a year off in 2003, came back in 04.
Yeah, Massa was in the Sauber, wasn't he, in 2002?
Yep, with Heidfeld.
What an underrated driver Heidfeld was.
Right, do you want to pick another year? Briefly.
05, solid.
Picking all the... Oh, wow, okay, this is a more difficult one. Who took Ralf Schumacher's place in qualifying for the United States Grand Prix? Was it A, Pedro de la Rosa, B, Robert Dornbos, C, Ricardo Zonta, or D, Scott Speed?
Now I know... it's between two for me, because I know one of them was definitely a Toro Rosso driver. Or AlphaTauri for newbies that don't know previous F1.
Yeah. Again, I'll answer it or give the answer at the end of Q3.
Yep. I'm gonna go for myself. I'm gonna go with De La Rosa because I'm pretty sure he switched cars to do it. I think he might have been in the Arrows or something beforehand.
2005.
Yeah, I'm sure the Arrows still existed, did it not?
Oh no, they'd already folded 3 years ago.
Oh, I'm in the wrong year.
Right, into Q3 we go though. Fish Sticks on a 9.7. Sets provisional pole at the moment. We've got an Aston of Kachal coming towards the line. He's been quick all evening so far and goes a 9.4.
Wow, good lap
There
that.
we go, that's a bit more like it. Lincoln slots in a 9.5.
Yeah. Lincoln can't beat him.
Lincoln has said Kachal is very, very quick around here. As he has been all season, but can he match the luck tonight? Because that's what's been the story of his season.
Immortal got a beautiful toe down the back straight. What's that going to do for him? He's 6. He must have lost some time in one of the corners. Now he's going to hold
Mandy
up the guy
to
that
the
gave him a toe,
line.
unfortunately.
10-5 for old Mandy. It leaves Cornet Star. And then we'll jump to Rowe. Cornet flings itself through the final chicane and is looking pretty good.
He nailed the
He's going to
chicane.
pop it into the 9s. Oh! Front row, just behind Kachow, just ahead of Lincoln.
It's not where Lincoln's going to want to be, especially because he's starting on the soft tyres. He's going to want to be front row so we can get the launch and take the lead into turn 1 and bolt.
Rogue's invalidated his second run, so we'll pop off him.
This road boy's useless, isn't he?
Hey.
He knows I'm only joking.
Right, so all the rest are heading back to the pits, and that leaves Mr. Zilla.
He's on the outlap.
Evening, Roberts. Good to see you.
Now Zilla's supporting Valentino Rossi with number 46 on his car. Love that.
I haven't had any answer in the chat, so chat, if you're listening, here's another question for you. Who replaced Ralf Schumacher in the 2005 season at the United States Grand Prix? Was it... I've forgotten the answers now. God damn it. Let's go back to my book again.
It was Della Rosa,
was it,
Zonta, and some other drivers.
Della Rosa, Dornbos, Zonta, or Scott Speed? Have a think about that. We'll tell you at the end of this session as we ride on board with Mr. Zilla, who's been really good at the moment throughout this session. Goes into turn 2.
Ooh!
Third gear, though.
Bit of a kick on the car as he exited turn 1.
Yep.
Even Millsy knows it's not that answer he said.
Ooh. He tapped the wall, Zilla.
Is there damage? Is there damage?
5.
Ooh, must be. He's understeered like a bus through there.
Understeered like a bus. Actually, yeah, a bus would understeer, wouldn't it?
Yeah! What do you mean,
Yeah, he's backed
questioning
out
me?
of it. Button goes up to 4th.
Now Zilla
noticed last-
is warming up his tyres, so he must not have damage. Okay. Hear him.
I've noticed these last few weeks, Chris, the top 5 we have right now, Kachow, Cornet, Lincoln, Button and Fish Sticks.
Yeah.
It's always them 5.
Yeah, they're qualifying masters, to be honest with you. They always are there, like you said. Like you've got the people that are race masters, Millsy, etc. And the qualifying guys, which is obviously normally Cornet, Lincoln, Button. Kachow is a bit of both, to be honest. Kachow's a very, very fast driver when he's on it.
I'm trying to think in that question. I'm trying to think as to why this person, because I knew what it was, but I'm trying to think as to why he replaced Ralf Schumacher in that particular instance.
Maybe he had some sort of thing going on, maybe a family birth, family bereavement. I don't know. There are bizarre reasons. Maybe he had a race ban. I don't know. That sometimes there are bizarre reasons to why a driver gets replaced. Doesn't it give you details? Oh!
Oh, if he hasn't got damage, he's got damage now.
He doesn't. What's going on with the damage? Is the damage setting
He's
right?
on, is it not? It must be.
Are you sure?
Actually, no, I say it must be.
Hold on, I'm gonna look now.
Can you look from here?
Yeah.
Rogue's invalidated again.
I'm just trying to find it.
1.5 minutes.
If I know where it is, bloody blah. Where is the damage?
Oh, well, we got a bit of a lull in proceedings here. Yeah,
That's
Zilla's.
right.
I did get damage. You're typing this and oh no, you've entered the bits. Never mind. Zilla did get damage,
Oh yeah.
according to Zilla himself. We've got a bit of lull in proceedings. I'm going to thank everybody who took part in the Shrimper stream at the weekend. It was a lovely thing to be part of, especially the Shrimper Cup, which I think was a great success, considering that was a brand new idea. We had great racing in Portimao, Imola and China. I mean, China was a lull at the end of it. Full wide out the penultimate corner was fun. It was a great success, and I've got to thank everybody who took part in that, organised it, all the admins and so on. And yeah, I haven't seen how much money we raised for the charity that we got, but yeah, good success. Fish sticks up there with a 9.3. Hello.
Wow, I love the
Hold the phone.
I love the mods in the chat. You know, the auto mods. It's hilarious because you see what Mr. Sliverian said. New comms.
Yeah.
I replied with pipe down, and apparently that's got to be modded. That's got to be looked at. Oh shush.
It's a pipe. You said the word pipe. How could you?
Yeah, I mean, how could I? Yeah. Wow, so offensive. Stupid.
Right, so who is on the lap? Desperat's on another lap, and he's done 3 laps already on his softs.
Maybe Despero's lost the plot somewhere along the line, because I don't know what he's doing.
No, he's backed out. He's backed out. Never mind. Don't think he has fuel either. Manzi through the final chicane. Again, very cautious through it. Will look cautious. Might not be.
Hey,
All improved by 2 tenths, but stays 8.
is Millsy a mod by any chance?
I don't know. I'd say Fish Sticks is... No, he's going himself up again. What am I looking at?
Button has just
Button.
started a lap, I think.
I'll keep on board with Kachow.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on Button.
Yeah.
Unless somebody
Wait,
else is
Faston's
further
okay.
on. Yeah.
I was going to say maybe Lincoln. He's just started.
Yeah, let's have a look at
As he's
Lincoln
behind.
then. Oh, Button's further up the track though, you donut.
Oh yeah, go Button and then we'll go on Lincoln.
Are you alright? Oh,
Kachow
Button's
matches his
invalidated.
first sector.
There you go. Now I can watch Lincoln.
There we go. So Kachow's matched his first sector pretty much. He's always 4,000th down.
Yeah.
Lincoln first sector.
I don't know.
I thought you were on board with
I
him.
can tell you sector 2. I wasn't paying attention.
Right.
Sector
Kachow 2 tenths up.
Where does that start?
Oh.
What's happened? Sector 2 is a 41.097 for Mr. Lincoln.
Did it say what it's improved by?
0.97 or something as well.
Okay. Kachow was 2 tenths up, but he went so deep into the hairpin. Is that cost him pole? He's going to cross the line. No!
Oh, just
400th
now
pole.
it's Lincoln. He rides more of the car than he did previously. He's coming to the line now. What can he do? He takes the wide line and he takes pole. 109.253. What a lap that is. He nailed
Stuff
that.
from Lincoln.
He tried the alternate line. Everyone else taking the little hug the inside. He went for the hug the outside line and nailed it.
Interesting.
Mr.
Fish
Rogue.
Sticks is in, it's done.
Rogue has just cautiously took the final corner, so he's not going to be trouble in pole. But where's he going to be? He sits at the back. He's
He's
invalidated.
just starting again.
I wasn't looking. My bad. Immortal's done.
Old man season.
Mr. Zilla's done.
Button's invalid. Cornet.
Just corner.
Cornet's just come under the bridge.
Oh wait, Kachow's up by
Cornet.
more. Kachow is up. Coming into the final corner. By nearly a
By how
tenth.
much?
He'll take pole if he nails this lap. He's coming to the line now. Where's Kachow gonna be?
No!
Wait, no, he doesn't. I'm so close.
No, he didn't improve. Didn't improve.
Oh wow. Okay then.
Cornet though was a tenth and a bit up. He's got the final chicane to nail.
Oh no, he
And
messed up.
no, he's
Cornet's
lost it.
done. He's not gonna get it, I don't think. No, he doesn't.
He's still improved.
That mistake
He's
cost
still
him.
improved. He's still improved though. Lincoln on the pole. Unless hold everything. Rogue could get pole here.
Rogue will not get pole. I call it now.
Maybe. Where's he gonna go? 7th though.
He gets in the 9s though, so credit to Rogue. Well done, mate. Good persistence.
Splits the Romeos.
And now, that is it. Yeah, that is it.
I nearly did actually what every F1 real life commentator does. When like Hamilton, Bottas and Verstappen have already, and Perez maybe, they wait till the Mercedes and the Red Bulls are done. So even though the McLarens and the Ferraris are still setting laps, they're like,
winds me
pole
up.
position is Lewis Hamilton.
Oh,
It's
winds
like,
me up, man.
There's
So
still
annoying.
people out there.
Yeah, show some respect.
I just did the same thing.
But wow, close qualifying. Mr. F3 at the top again, though. Mr. F3 gets another pole.
Good stuff. He's in the perfect position. As you mentioned, Chris, he starts on the softs. And I said he needed to be on pole, and he's done it. Only just, though. By attempt to Kachal. Fishsticks is in there as well. Just at a Cornet Star. Cornet Star will be kicking himself. Because if he hadn't hit the wall in that last chicane,
He would have took it.
I reckon that would have been pole.
Yeah, it would have been. He lost so much time because he tried to correct it and then corrected it into the wall. Just crazy pace he had.
Button 1,000th of a second quicker than Desbro.
Good evening, Eggle.
A 6.22 to a 6.23.
Yeah.
But Desbo's right up there as well. Rogue 7th, Manzi, Immortal 9th, and Zilla. Apparently Zilla invalidated all the other laps that he did. So he's slightly frustrated with that. I think he's also on the softs. Immortal's also on the softs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not worked out for them.
No.
It has for our championship leader. And
It's bone
if it
dry.
stays like this, Lincoln is champion.
It's dry for everybody that hasn't loaded yet because Mr. over there hasn't got the new Xbox.
Aww.
Sorry, I had to do it.
Also, the
once.
answer to my question, the Q3 question, who took Ralf Schumacher's place in qualifying for the United States Grand Prix in 2005? The answer is Ricardo Zonta.
Oh, was it? I know he was hopeless in his days as a driver. I didn't realise he took the Williams car for that race.
He took part in a couple of races.
Yeah, because didn't he race for
around that
Toyota
time.
potentially at one point? Zonta, I think he raced with Ralf Schumacher as his teammate potentially.
Yeah, he was hanging around 04, 05 era. But
Yeah.
2005.
He was never very talented. Let's be real. He was always quite bad.
Actually, no. I think I remember why he replaced Ralf Schumacher, because that was the race that had that whole tyre thing.
Was it that race?
Yes, and Ralf Schumacher had a crash in practice, which then ruled him out for the rest of the weekend because he was slightly injured or something. And then Zonta, he was out for some reason, and Zonta stepped in.
Yeah. If it was that race, I don't know. I swear it was the BMW Williams, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I think they were Michelin, and I'm sure it was only Bridgestone runners that ran the race.
Yes.
Which I think was Ferrari, one of the slow cars at the back, and
Both slow cars, Jordan and Minardi.
yeah. So there was only 6 drivers, wasn't there? 6 people on the grid for that race. So I think you were in the wrong year.
One of the worst, you know. So, so you know the incidences where we have like a lowish grid. Like I've commentated on a 9-car grid in F1 this season.
Yeah.
Think of that.
Yeah. Imagine how
And
the
difference is that is kind of like the Mercedes of now against the Haas drivers.
Yeah.
Imagine if that happened.
I wouldn't watch F1 again. Like it was embarrassing back then, but I think they fixed it for the following race after. But yeah,
the silly thing was, it could have so easily been avoided if they all agreed, and
Yeah.
one team didn't agree. Give you 3 guesses of who didn't.
Ferrari had to be Ferrari, didn't it? Because they gained
Because they were having a horrific season in that one, and they, well, naturally picked up their first and only win of the season at the time.
It was Schumi, wasn't it, that won it?
Umi ahead of Barrichello, yes,
Yeah.
by about a second, and then the Jordan of Montero got his first and only podium for Jordan, about 3 laps behind.
Yeah, but it's a podium with an asterisk beside it, really. Let's be real.
Yep.
Anyway,
Got it. It's a record.
let's run everybody through the grid. Now, at the very back of the grid, we got Mr. Tactical himself, RSF1 Millsy, who decided to start from the back. Very strange decision. In front of him, you have his teammate, Bizarre Mike. Then you've got 12th place of OG Greasy. 11th place, NUFC 7 Owen. Yeah, I think that's right. Then you've got Revengezilla in the top 10, starting on the soft tyres. That has not worked out for him at all. In front of him, another driver it's not worked out for, Mr. Immortal on the soft tyres. In front of him, you've got old Manzi on the medium tyre. With Rogue just in front on the soft tyre also. Then Desbro in P6. In front of him, you've got an Aston Martin or a Button. Fourth place is Cornet Star, who could have been pole, but if he didn't put it in the wall. Fish Sticks in P3. We got 2 drivers disqualified. Kachow is starting in P2 as the strategy pops up at the very bottom of my screen. It's a 2-stop. And then Lincoln, our championship leader, starting from pole position. If it finishes as they start, he will win the championship.
But we know that ain't going to happen.
We know full well that's not going to happen.
It's not going to finish like this. I guarantee it.
Oh, I wouldn't
Imagine
guarantee
if it
anything,
did, though.
mate. I wouldn't guarantee
Imagine
anything.
if it did that. Imagine if it did. Imagine after the course of the whole race, we get to the end and everybody finish where they start.
That'll be drama, but I think Rogue will crash, so I wouldn't worry about him.
Yeah.
And Immortal
two-
probably will as well, unfortunately.
2 potential championships up for grabs. Lincoln, Millsy, technically Button as well for the Drivers' Championship. You got the Astons going for the Constructors. Remember, if they both outscore Lincoln, that's it. They are F4 champions. We'll keep you up to date for everything that goes along as we get ourselves ready for the start of the F4 race. 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. From Lincoln, he doesn't get a good start despite the soft tyres. It's 4 wide as from the entrance.
Oh!
Now right up the
Ferrari's
inside,
hit the
and
back
there's
of Lincoln,
Lincoln's around. Don't get hit. He does. Oh no!
That's all on the Ferrari. The Ferrari hit the back of him and spun him around.
Drama.
Huge drama to start our race.
Fish Sticks, I think, got a not drive through, a 5-second penalty. But Lincoln, did he get damage from that? Either way, he is down to 13th. What a horrible start for Lincoln. He's got all this race to try and get back his rival.
I'm trying to have a look to see if he got damage. If he
His
didn't,
rival,
he's
Millsy's
very lucky.
benefited from it.
Yeah, he has. Millsy has already made himself up a few positions and into 9th.
What a start.
Huge drama at the start of the race. It was.
To be fair, my eyes wasn't looking at the first couple of corners that they should have been, because I just saw an Alpine of must have been Owen dive right up in the inside of a 4-wide situation with like a Ferrari in there as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was Fish Sticks,
Jeez.
I believe, that just completely outbroke himself into turn 1, clattered into Lincoln, and in turn, I think then Lincoln spun off the other car that was beside him.
might have been Rogue involved in that as well. He's got damage and he's in as his Cornet Star.
Cornet, Greasy, Lincoln, Immortal.
Lincoln's in
Fish
as well.
Sticks. Half the grid is in for damage.
And that's going to be a long way to go. And look, all of a sudden, Chris, Millsy's 7th.
Yep. Mr. The Championship's over, eh, Millsy? Up into P7 already, bud.
We've got a long way to go. Of course, the safety car will bring everyone that's pitted back into it.
Yeah, well, technically Millsy's actually in P6, because I'm sure Mike will move out of the way at some point.
And out of all that, look who's in the lead by 5 seconds.
Oh, wow. I did not see that. It's actually an
Kachow
Aston Martin
is-
1-2 as it stands.
Which would more than seal their Constructors' Championship. But I'm getting the early impression here that Button is kind of holding up. Well, both Alfa Romeos, look at that. Manzi in 3rd, Desbro 4th.
Yeah, I don't think Button's pushing as hard as he can. I think he's cruising. But as you can see from the start, the biggest losers are Fish Sticks and Lincoln, both losing 11 positions due to the contact. But, I mean, there's a lot of time to go. Millsy and Bizarre Mike, so both Haas cars have made 7 positions because of everyone pitting.
Them being on the back row is actually a saving grace for them.
Yeah, they would have been in that otherwise.
Chow is absolutely flying. Although, to be fair, as Owen's now putting Millsy under pressure, he's got DRS here. On the soft tyres is Owen. And this is not what Millsy wants here, really, after the good start. He doesn't want to
Oh, he's
all
made a
over them, but
mistake!
Millsy's made a mistake!
And he's been passed.
On the curb too much. On the curb too much, and Owen has snapped it up on the grippier soft tyres.
And Owen should make light work of Mike as well very, very shortly. And now, actually, I think he's going to make the move into the final corner, actually. Side by side. And he's made the move.
Oh! Front wing just went absolutely flying. I think Desbro's been clipped. He's just been passed by Zilla, and he's gone straight into the pits.
Ooh, maybe he wasn't left enough room there, potentially. I didn't see it myself, but...
Yeah, Zilla passed Desbro in the same way that as Owen passed Mike.
Ah, okay. Got you.
Something must have happened there. Of those that pitted, Fish Sticks is the only one that went to hard tyres in an attempt to go as long as he can.
Very brave.
Lincoln more on mediums, Desbro Greasy on softs, Rogan Cornet on mediums.
I think this race is far from settled. I think we're going to have a safety car, and it'll bring everybody that's had to pit for damage back into it.
In some ways, I kind of hope that happens. I mean, Kachow would not like me for that because he's in comfort zone right now.
Oh yeah, Kachow would be absolutely livid for a safety car.
Oof. Not holding back though, went very close to the wall.
Looks like Mike.
12-7 on that last lap.
It looks like Mike's not in any mood to let Millsy pass today. He's actually trying to attack.
So Cornet is 14 seconds currently, although he is catching. He's 14 seconds behind Millsy at the moment.
As Rogue is collecting penalties. Got 6 already. He's got more penalties than laps we've raced. Poor man. Oh, yellow flag!
I went yellow flag.
It's a mole! It's a
Mole!
mole! How has he ended
Is
up
a mole
there?
all gonna... Safety car!
There we go. How has he ended up where he did?
Oh, he's done exactly what I did, only it's ended in fatality.
He crashed off the chicane, and then somehow ended up... How did he end up so far
Halfway
down
down
the
the
straight? Yeah.
Must have been going at speed. Must have hit that really quick.
Yeah. Kachow has decided against pitting. So he stays out. Anybody going
Ready
to
for
take the
strategy,
pit stop?
possibly.
Oh,
Those on
someone's in.
softs.
Zilla, Owen.
Those on softs were going to pit.
Yeah, Millsy has continued, but for some reason it's showing me a Alpine. Really helpful.
So this brings Cornet, Rowe, Desbro, Greasy, Lincoln and Fistix back into this race. Gives them a second chance. I just think... Oh! Millsy.
What's Millsy done?
He gave the wall a fair whack before he turned into turn 5.
Oh.
Does
he have damage?
I think he'd be surprised if he doesn't.
I think he does. I think he might be missing the front end plate on the right hand side. But the camera angles around this track suck, so I can't tell you.
I mean, as I said, he gave it quite a bit. It was a bit...
I'm trying to get a view on it.
I've not seen anything.
I still have no idea. No,
I've not seen anything.
No, it looks fine, but then again, when everybody pitted at the start of the race, for me, everybody still had the front wing intact. And they all replaced them. So, I don't know if the game's found a new glitch it likes. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I was thinking about Immortal as well. Immortal is good friends with Lincoln.
Yes.
I don't think in any means that was intentional.
Oh no, Immortal would never crash deliberately. But
no, but it has helped his friend Lincoln because it's brought him right back into it.
Yeah, well, I did say to you earlier on, Immortal had a lot of distractions going on in his household. So maybe
Millsy did get damage.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
He's in.
I think there must be a new glitch where you can't see the damage on a car now. Very odd.
So Millsy, having, well, had the advantage over Lincoln, he is now behind him.
Yeah. Championship contenders are 11th and 12th. Okay.
Yay.
If it finishes like this, Button gets brought back into the championship contention. Potentially, I think. Maybe.
Now the thing I would say as well.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
Mediums. Yeah, mediums can't make it to the end from here. I don't think.
No chance.
So those that have pitted, even what's it got? Millsy, Owen, and Zilla, all on the freshest of mediums. Fish Sticks is kind of there as well. They can't make it to the end, so everybody is still one stop from here, I'd imagine.
Yeah, another stop will be made by everybody. There's no way you can get to the end.
Oh, gee. Chris, I just realised.
Yeah?
It's an Aston 123. Think about it. Aston Martin safety car.
Oh, for God's... You
Good job,
went down
Button.
that route, did you?
It's a green 123. Look at it.
You disappoint me. How dare you even say
Hey.
that?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, look, Fish Sticks is actually being noble. Ish.
Hmm.
No, he's actually half throttle right now. Come on, Fish Sticks, catch up. Can't be doing this.
Noble.
Yeah, because it looked like he was pushing relatively to catch up with the safety car, so that it didn't have another lap.
Oh, apparently, according to Hush, you can do 30 laps on mediums.
Yeah, but then that's coming from
If you
Hush,
sit and duck.
who
Yeah.
is very, very, very good on tyres.
Mm-hmm.
So I doubt any of these drivers can.
Hush, what if you're not you?
Yeah,
What if you're not you? What can you do?
I think 23 laps at a max, if you're not Hush.
I think maybe they could, but you'd be a sitting duck
You won't
to
win.
say somebody on softs.
Yeah, you won't win if you try and go no stops from the end to the end now.
Well, he's okay. Not you, 24, which is
Still quite a feat.
not enough.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
Yeah, that's still
Keep an eye on it though.
going to cause you a lot of problems. And around here, with the curbs how they are now, that will result in absolute death.
Alright, so we're going to be ready for the restart. Safety car is in at the end of this laps. The top four have not pitted. They've done 7 laps on the mediums. Zilla is the highest of those that have pitted, or pitted most recently. Because everybody from 5th downwards have made 1 stop. Fish Sticks and Greasy's made twice.
They made
And
twice.
that's to get them on the right. They've pitted twice.
Ah, okay.
Made twice. Yeah.
Button, this is okay. I was gonna say, Button looks like he's sitting a little bit off of Kachow here, you know.
Oh, he's going to do the exit of this corner. There we go.
Rogue,
Put his teammate
another
off
penalty.
guard. Oh, Mike's got to run. I think they're side by side between Cornet and Owen. Down into turn 2. Owen side by side. Even the room. They're going to be side by side at the exit. The corner. Cornet is just ahead, but here comes Owen right back at him. Bang of tyres. They've had battling before. They're going side by side still.
This is
At
great
the exit
racing.
of turn
for the
5
pair
and
of them.
6. Rogue's trying to stick his nose in. They're still side by side.
Yeah, still there.
Oh,
This is brilliant driving from the
what
pair.
are you doing?
Oh!
Cornet Star surely had. Oh!
Cornet kind of drifted across there slightly.
Back out someone. Back out someone.
Owen's got no choice. He had to
No!
back out.
Oh,
no!
Rogue.
Rogue is going to be livid. I think. Rogue.
Oh, Rogue.
I didn't catch that. I don't know if you can catch that, but I didn't catch that.
I did.
Right, well, your responsibility, okay? You know what to do.
I can't record. I can only capture a screenshot. Remember, I was streaming.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I don't know if I can or not.
Oh! What's
Millsy's
happened
out!
here?
Millsy's out!
What? He's collided with Fish Sticks.
Oh no!
What on earth has just happened there? Safety car again?
Now, we need to know how many points does Lincoln need? I need to look at this now.
Podium.
Is it third place?
Mm-hmm.
If Lincoln gets third, he wins the title today.
Well, they must have been side by side. I only caught the end of it.
I didn't see any of it.
Because I saw... I caught the explosion between a Haas and Ferrari, so... Oh dear.
That's not good.
Answers in the chat, everyone.
Millsy was in our chat before, so Millsy, if you don't...
Jesus, I'd imagine...
I imagine he's
he'd
livid.
be...
But... it's the only way we'll know what happened. I've got no idea.
Well, safety car again.
Fishsticks drives
Fishsticks
through...
speeding.
Has he lost his head?
Or is he getting horrendous connection issues which may have caused the crash? And he doesn't have his Delta?
Maybe. Kachow's in. Buttons followed him. I think everybody might be boxing here. Zilla stays out though.
Those that haven't pitted. Oh no.
Even
Zilla's
Lincoln.
the only one that hasn't. Zilla's the only one that hasn't pitted.
Okay.
Okay, he's doing it for Verstappen.
Lincoln's gone for the sauce. They've all gone...
Both Astons on the sauce.
Yeah, this is confusing.
Right, Millsy hasn't won it yet. He still might not finish in this race, is the other thing.
Anything could happen yet, Millsy.
Millsy, can you explain what happened? Because I only caught the end of it. And I'm confused.
Yeah, no.
Please help.
Neither of us know what happened at all.
Right, so Zilla and Greasy did not pit and have jumped everybody, but to be fair, on their tyres and they're relatively fine.
I've
wanna
just
stick with
realised.
it.
Take a screenshot of the standings right now, because for Rogue it doesn't say DNF.
Huh?
So for Millsy and Mortal it says DNF. For Rogue it doesn't show DNF, so that shows that he retired on track. See?
Yeah, he did retire on track. Yeah, I know, I caught it.
Good.
Safety car in this lap.
So hopefully somebody will send that in.
Oh, Greasy, be careful. Be careful. You're literally side by side with Zilla.
Oh man, he nearly clattered into the back of Owen then.
Leave the space.
Leave it to space. Always leave it to space.
Right, we're going. Zilla's dropped the throttle and nearly bent into the
wall.
Oh no. What's happened to Button?
Button's sitting off the back of his teammate. He's not even attacking him.
Button was sleeping.
Oh!
Here comes Mike.
He squeezed Mike slightly there. That was a bit on edge. I see what Button's doing. Button's seriously holding back from his teammate.
Is he playing the Bottas role with like 100,000,000%?
Yes, 100%. That's what he's doing.
I don't know why though.
No, it's a bizarre one because he could challenge Kachow for this.
Or Owen and Cornet star again. We've seen them go side by side only a few laps ago.
Oh, not again.
Owen's feeling racy. Cornet's right behind Mike. Cornet is on softs. He wants to make some moves. As do both of the Aston Martins. Owen at the lunge. Owen the lunge.
Oh, it's side by side.
Whoosh.
Now the problem Lincoln has here is he doesn't want to go for a big move.
Oh.
What's that?
Cornet's got Mike.
For
Surely
Lincoln to
Mike's
win
got
the
to back
title,
out of it.
For Lincoln to win the title, he still needs to beat Button. So a podium isn't enough. If Button is top 2. Because Button's just off of them.
How many points was Button off?
Button's 16 back from Millsy.
Okay. So we need to figure out if Button is second, Lincoln third. Does that close the gap enough? Is what I'm saying.
That's the.
It'll close the gap by 3 points. Owen. Oh, I was thinking of a move on Mike. Backs out of it. Clever, actually. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure if Lincoln can get to third, regardless of what anybody does, he's got the title as Owen gives Mike a bit of a tap.
How many points are for
surely
third?
Owen's got this. 15.
Right.
And it's 18th a second. So Owen breezes by Mike as we've got a battle for the lead side by side. Greasy has caught up Zilla once again and is up at the inside of Zilla. No, thinks better of it. Lincoln though needs to make progress. He's on the soft tyres behind a horde of mediums. He's not making progress at the moment. Greasy time penalty. And they're being caught by Button and Cornet Star. Also, did Kachal... Have I missed Kachal pitting?
I don't know, mate.
Yeah, I think Kachal's just pitted just off my
Right.
radar.
How many
Apologies.
wins does Button have? 2. So, if Lincoln finishes third... Oh, Lincoln nearly at the back of Millsy then. Oh, Manzi, sorry. If Lincoln finishes third and Button finishes second, that means as much points as Button can get is 219, and that's what Lincoln will be on at the end of the race. If it finishes that way. But they've both got 2 wins each, as it stands.
Okay.
So I have no idea how that'll work. Probably count back on P2s, which then Lincoln has 4 and Button has none.
Yeah.
I think. Oh no, Button has 3. My bad. I don't know, mate. So yeah, if it finishes as said, it will be level.
Oh, Desborough.
What you can get.
Desborough. We've got another twist in the tail. Yep, another safety car.
Oh, okay.
As he drops it. Oh, wow, that's a big crash. That'll bring Kachal back into it. We have 10 left now. Thank you, Muddy. Muddy has made it simpler. If Lincoln is second... Okay, if Lincoln wins the title, he finishes third and Button is 4th or below. If Lincoln is second, he just needs Button to be third or below. If Lincoln wins... he wins the title.
Okay, so beat Button.
There you go. Yeah, beat Button. Beat Button, basically.
Yeah.
Alright, so top 2 are going to pit. They do.
Just so
Button
you know,
pits, Cornet pits.
Just so you know, Millsy has given you an explanation of what happened.
I took out, hit my rear left and turned into the one. He had huge amount of space. Okay, he's not happy. Mike takes the lead, having not pitted. I'm losing my head on this strategy right now because people keep pitting.
Yeah.
3 stops.
So Kachal pitted with wing damage earlier. My head's
Actually,
gone.
I know why.
Wait, what's going on? Why is Kachal just let Owen past?
I don't know.
I'm confused.
Anyway, I know the reason why people have pitted now, because mediums can now get to the end.
Yes, correct. Fresh mediums to the end. Mike will have to pit at some point. Owen's gone to the soft, so Owen's banged his head, unless he goes back into the pits and gets another medium on.
What tyres did Mike start on? I was thinking,
softs,
can
I
he
think.
try it?
Hold on, let me check. Let
So
me
if he started on
check.
soft, so he can try going to the end
Mike
from here.
started.
It'll be tough, but
I'll find him first. Where's Mike? Why can't I see
he
Mike?
goes from the end. He will be...
Mike started on mediums. No, he has to pit again.
Oh, he has to. Okay.
Yeah,
So net leader is Zilla.
how has Zilla managed this?
Oh. So then he hit the back of Mike as soon as I said that.
Yeah, maybe he heard you and panicked. We know he's here.
So then you got Button, Cornet. They're going to the end. Kachal is going to then, crucially, Lincoln is now in a position where he can.
You see Kachal's going to the end, is he?
Full lap, but he could.
He might be
maybe.
very slow at the end.
Yeah.
Button now needs to take this into his own account now. He's literally passed his teammate, and now he's not the backseat driver. He needs to go for this.
Lincoln now can go to the end, crucially, as well.
Yep.
Those on softs
No chance.
will need to pit.
Yes.
So that's Owen, Greasy, Manzi. They're kind of stuck in this moment. They need to make progress as soon as we get on the racing again. This is the third safety car, I think it is.
Yep. As we've got fish sticks on the mediums at the back, but they're 5 lap old, so I don't know if he can do that.
Oh.
He's going to struggle.
Oh god, Chris.
What?
Think of how much has happened in this race, right?
Yeah.
We're not even halfway.
Oh, it's been a great race, hasn't it?
Oh, these permutations.
Oh, Millsy added me as a friend. Thanks. You've made the video.
Yay. Alright. How is Mike going to do a restart? We've seen a Kachal restart. We've had a Zilla restart. How is Mike going to do this? He's not allowing the safety car to go ahead.
No, if I remember rightly, Mike's done this before, and this is what he's actually done in the past. Is he just gets so close to the safety car and doesn't actually let it go. Yeah, he's doing it again.
There we go. Back under racing once again, and that's caught Button off again. What is with Button on his restarts?
I get a feeling I've just been sent the clip of what happened to Millsy.
Yeah, that's why he added you as a friend.
Yes.
Alright, back under racing again. We are now halfway. We are lap 18 of 35. As Mike is leading this race, but he's got Zilla climbing all over the back of him. Zilla on the fresher mediums. Button was caught off guard in that restart. He's got Cornet, Owen, Kachal, and now Greasy, and Lincoln, and Manzi, all on the back of him.
Yeah, but the man to watch right now is Owen. On the soft tyre, he's going to want to be racy through this field, because he's going to have to pit again. So he's going to have to try and do whatever he can to get in front of these drivers. As he's going to send it, I think,
Mike.
down the inside. Owen makes the move on Cornet. Is Cornet going to hold it?
They're doing it again. They're battling it again. Stop it.
He made that move. And I think Cornet is not going to go for the overtake back on him. No.
Zilla's taking the lead meantime. Mike had a big mistake into the hairpin. Oh, look at... Oh, Kachal had a great run. Out of the chicane. He's going to be alongside Cornet Star. Into the first break zone of turn 2. And he gets the move done. Lovely move from Kachal.
Now, are you seeing something I'm seeing here? Mr. Lincoln is not attacking anybody. He's just taking his time. He's doing nothing to risk being out.
Well, he's allowing everything to happen. He's got like 8 cars in front of him.
Yes. He's hoping a lot of cars getting a crash, battling so hard. That's his hope.
Owen, don't lunge.
Not here, Owen. Owen's looking racy and he knows how important it is to get past these drivers.
Soft tyres. He's got to
He's going to send it again down the inside.
Send it.
Button sees him and goes wide. Button gives him space. Credit to Button there.
Val gave a tap of the look at this. The exit of the hairpin. Cornet is... I don't know where to look.
I don't know where to look either.
Mozilla's making hay up front. He's got a second. Oh!
Greasy did that. Greasy hit the back of Cornet and pushed him off.
I think he allowed him to keep the position, but it's all concertinaed up with Lincoln and old Manzi now looking. Oh, and...
Credit to Greasy. I think he's got damage, so he's just moved out of the way of everybody.
That's a shame for Greasy. Real shame.
But mad respect to him for literally moving out of the way there and not holding people up and worrying about his own race.
I don't know why we drop viewers all of a sudden when you've got action. Got 12 viewers apparently, according to my viewpoint, as Owen has got a lunge on Button. He's not going to back out of this. Oh! Contact on the wall!
Now Kachal's going to make the move. I don't think Kachal's realised how close Button is for a championship battle. He just overtook him.
Mm-hmm.
Someone needs to tell Kachow that Button's actually in a championship battle here. Because he just passed his teammate.
Yeah, and Cornette's going to have him as well.
Yeah, that is a bizarre decision from the Aston Martin driver.
Did Button get damage in that?
He stays out.
Because all of a sudden he's losing a bit of pace.
And now Lincoln has to beat the driver in front of him if he wants to clinch the title today. And he might get racy all of a sudden.
Remember, he still needs to get into the podium. Still got a decent amount of this race to go, though.
Yeah, but he only has to outscore him by 4 points to win the title.
Is it 4?
Well, when Button was...
Lincoln needs third, remember, to beat Millsy by enough.
Yes.
So he needs to be at least third. Oh, and he's got a good run. He's got a good run on Button. Button is definitely been clipped or something. He must have damage because he's losing so much time. Lincoln and Button side by side.
Oh,
no.
Oh, okay. I think Button should have backed out of that one. I think
Lincoln's
Button
not going to be able to...
Oh!
Oh, no.
How is he avoiding hitting the back of the Aston?
It's getting messy. Fish's trying to get involved. Manzi's past the pair of them.
I think Button's finally realised he's in a championship battle here, and he is defending like a madman.
Oh, Kachow just eased by Owen, gave him a little bit of time rub.
Damage from the championship leader.
Uh-oh.
He is going to have to do a whole lot with damage. He is going to be livid. The final damage was Lincoln's fault. It was his own fault. He hit the back of Button, but the damage before and what actually caused all that to continue...
Kachow for the lead.
I believe was Button's doing.
Sorry, Chris. Kachow for the lead. Kachow has made his way past Owen while we were looking at the demise of Lincoln and Button going on. This top 5 as Owen runs deep into the chicane. Still got Mike in there, still got Cornette as well. Anybody's guess who's going to win this race, Chris. This is so many candidates here.
One thing you've got to see is Zilla does not have a penalty yet.
No. And he is safe to go to the end. He's the highest of those that could.
Yep. Kachow's going to try and go down the inside. Good driving from the pair of them there to avoid contact.
Owen's in.
Owen's had enough of those tyres. How far's Lincoln managed to drop? He needs to brake for the pit lane. Oh, that was close. That was very close. Owen had damage. Owen's repairing damage.
Not surprised he had damage and all of that.
That was crazy.
Tap of the wall from Kachow. Exit at turn 6, but he's now in the lead. But his tyres are 3 laps older, remember, than Zilla. And as long as Zilla stays within 3 seconds, he still has the win.
That is very true.
But you still got Mike there. You still got Cornette.
Now look at the ERS as well. That's another important thing. Kachow down to 17. Zilla at 57. Kachow could be a sitting duck as soon as Zilla decides he's going to make that move.
Oh, yeah. Kachow's really overspent on it. Here comes Cornette, though, on Mike. Simple DRS on the Haas driver, and he's through. Zilla penalty.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. And all of a sudden, now Zilla has to pass Kachow.
Yeah, Button time penalty.
Button's fighting with fish sticks in the moment.
I can't
Fish
imagine...
sticks had made the move on Button.
Yeah, I can't imagine it would be as aggressive as it was with Lincoln. A lot more in that battle.
He definitely squeezed Lincoln a bit on the exit of that chicane, didn't he?
Oh, certainly.
Earlier on.
Yeah.
There was no quarter given.
Oh, yeah, if I was in Lincoln's shoes right now, I wouldn't be very happy.
Right, so lap 24, as it stands, championship-wise, Lincoln's not doing enough to take it today. We'll be moving on to Austria, figuring out the maths in that one.
Yeah, no
Constructors.
chance.
Constructors, as it stands, is going Aston's way by a long way.
Oh,
Lincoln Lincoln needs a safety car in that regard to bring any chance back, I think, now.
To be honest, the championship for Aston has been pretty much sealed for a couple rounds now. Especially with Lincoln losing his teammate as well.
By the way, if they do win it, Aston tonight, I will be inviting both of them.
Oh yeah, I know that. I can't imagine wherever Button finishes, I can't imagine he'd be best impressed, but just remember that.
Oh, in time penalty, he has already pitted. He is free to go to the end. The only one that still needs to pit is Old Manzi, currently in 5th on the soft tyres. He will be pitting, well, very soon, I'd imagine.
I've just realised Lincoln has had to pit for 11 lap old mediums. These might not get to the end.
He's a lap better off than what Kachal's trying to do, and a lap worse off than what... nah, I think he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Still, I think the only one that might be very, very troublesome is Mike at the moment.
And yeah, Fish Sticks I think might struggle and all. Kachal, another penalty.
That adds another 3 seconds he's got to gain.
Oh dear.
And 6 on Cornet Star, but Cornet Star's looking very racy. He wants to get second on track.
I think Cornet Star's going to win this race, regarding nothing dramatically bad happens.
As soon as you say that, Zilla, who was right ahead of him, nearly had a spin.
Oh,
and
and
if that
again.
had happened...
And again.
Oh.
Zilla's on edge.
Trying desperately to stay ahead of Cornet.
I think Zilla's going to end up in a wall. I think Zilla's going to end up in a wall. This doesn't look good
He
for
just
Zilla.
hit a wall.
No, I mean DNF'd in a wall. It's not looking good for him at the minute. He's everywhere.
He's pushing really hard. The car's not being friendly towards him.
No, he's got no grip. I think it's overtake
Okay,
time.
this should be simple enough. It's going to be an outside move for Cornet, but surely he's got too much overspeed. Yeah, he does. Easy.
Oh, Zilla missed the
P2.
braking point as well into the final chicane. There'll be no retaliation.
Mike is in.
Old Manzi
He was not.
as well.
Mike was not confident taking
Button's in.
his... Oh. That damage from earlier.
Yep, damage.
That he's tried to... try and stick it out, and he's dropped it. So is that going to drop him behind Lincoln now?
Gonna be close. I think.
Be on soft tyres, though.
Yeah, so he'll probably repass Lincoln, but I think this is one to watch because after how he defended on Lincoln, watch what Lincoln does defending-wise. I can't imagine it'd be great.
Oh, God.
Also, that was a bit naughty on the pit exit there, Button.
Yeah, keep half an eye on it, I'd say.
Yeah, he had
Right,
two
so
wheels
that's...
fully over.
What has that done? So Kachal leads. 14 lap mediums. Cornet on 12 lap mediums. No penalties either, and he's got a 6-second buffer to work with.
Yep.
So doesn't need to pass Kachal. He can kind of stay within 6 seconds, make sure he doesn't get any penalties.
I really want to
Zilla, though, is hanging... Yeah, Zilla's hanging with him, though.
I'm surprised by that.
Zilla's on course for a podium, as it stands.
Yeah, as things stand, yes. Safety car would put Lincoln back into contention for P2.
You got Mike on fresh softs, who is catching Fish Sticks by an arm and a length, but I don't think it'll be enough. In 5th. Then you got Manzi up there in 6th as well. Oh, in 7th, Greasy 8th, and Lincoln in 9th.
Yeah, very, very soon we're going to have a battle, and you might want to see it.
Button on Lincoln.
Yeah.
Zilla, though, is not giving up on this. On Cornet, it's keeping well with Mr. Cornet. This is not good for Cornet, because Cornet wants a quiet race from now to the end, and Zilla's not going to give him it.
No. Hey up, Matty.
Matty always joins late for this.
I know, he's just like, I'll pop in for the final
He misses
few laps.
everything. You missed everything, Matty.
Oh, it's been drama, mate. You might want to rewatch this one.
This is not what Cornet needs, because look, this is giving Kachal the opportunity to push to 6 seconds. This is now 3.2, 3.3. Is
Lincoln and Button. They are there.
God, do I have to go to this?
You're gonna want to, I reckon. Button is closing. We need to be there as adjudicators in case something bad happens. Oh no.
I'm going to keep you on it because Zilla is too close to Cornet.
Yeah, you watch that. I'll keep an eye on this.
You be steward,
Oh no.
just in case. we're assuming Lincoln's going to defend heavy, right?
I think he will.
You're pointing towards that direction.
I mean, Button squeezed him off the track before and caused them both to end up with damage, so yeah, I would say Lincoln's not going to be very nice about this one.
He was busy. Matty was busy. You missed several quiz questions as well. Fish sticks is in.
Button now on Lincoln. Button is coming on Lincoln. I don't know what's going to happen here. That sentence was mad. Button goes to the right, and Lincoln doesn't defend. Okay.
You assume.
Okay.
And it made an arse out of yourself and me.
I just don't think he had a chance. I think it was more the straight line speed, the ERS and the DRS, and tyre advantage.
And softs, yeah.
Sitting duck.
Right, so up go the penalties. 5 laps to go. The Chow at the moment is not doing enough to stay ahead of Cornet. Cornet has the attentions of Zilla behind him, but Zilla's just saying, I'm here at the moment.
We need a late safety car. We can still have one.
Oh god. See, the thing is, late safety car, all of a sudden, Lincoln's in it, because he's got no pens.
Yeah, exactly.
And actually, Lincoln's not far off of getting 6th or 7th for this, right?
Uh-huh. And he'll be ahead of Button as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Zilla. I was late on the brakes. Right, it's currently on penalties, so Kachal's not doing enough. Is he doing enough on... Oh, it's close to Zilla. It's very, very close to Zilla for whether he gets 2nd or not. Zilla's easily holding on to 3rd. Bit of a shout out to Mike as well, Chris. 4th place. That'll be easily his best result.
Yeah, Mike's doing a cracking job.
Finishes where he is.
Yeah.
Manzi unfortunately will drop behind Owen. And then Greasy will drop behind Button and Lincoln.
Lincoln penalty!
God's sake, Lincoln.
He took too much of the left-hand side curb and just rode the inside.
Now he has to pass Button.
Yeah, now he's probably going to go a bit harder. I think he's been cautious. He must have been sat on 2 warning for a while.
Still not close enough to Cornet. Again, though, keeping Cornet. Again, there's 3 laps to go. I mean, if Cornet gets a penalty himself, all of a sudden Zilla's thinking, hang on, I can get a 2nd and then maybe the win.
Yeah, that's true. Six is thinking about a move on Lincoln now. He's on the soft
there's
tyres.
all 3 of them now. All 3 of them are now on the back of Greasy. Oh, for God's sake, Greasy. Baby Tom Greasy has 3 of the top 4 in the 3 of the top 5 in the championship right behind him.
Yeah, this is not a good place for Greasy to be.
Oh, it's too much.
Yeah.
Too much pressure for the person. Stop.
Well, welcome to Division 4, Mr. Greasy.
Look at it. Aston, Mercedes, Ferrari right behind him. And Fistix looks the more racy of the 3.
Oh, Greasy, well played, Greasy.
Greasy.
He doesn't want to be involved. He doesn't want to be involved.
Must have heard the stream.
He has the penalty disadvantage, and he's made the right call, I think, for his own race day and for his own debut.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be, shall we say, annoying some drivers in his debut. Owen's made the move on old Manzi. Down the back straight.
That's...
Button is out of ERS
Oh.
completely. No ERS at all. Button is in trouble.
Oh, Lincoln didn't get a good exit though. It goes fish sticks.
Yeah, he messed that up badly. Now he's having to use loads of ERS to stay in front. Fish sticks sends it down the
Fish stick with the line.
That was a bit late there, Fish sticks. Very late, actually. And Lincoln doesn't...
They got so close.
Yeah, Lincoln doesn't think it's worth fighting. And I don't blame him, to be honest. He has the penalty advantage.
You know the thing with the whole YouTuber championship?
Yeah.
When they, that thing with, what was it, Noble that was pressurising Tim McMurdoch, and they were saying, I got the tyre advantage, I got the pace advantage.
Yeah. I remember
That's what
that.
reminded me of it. I got the pen advantage.
I used to watch that all the time. I love them.
Oh.
It's a shame they don't do it anymore. Fish
good.
sticks is now going to attack the back of Button, I think. I wonder if Lincoln got damage from that little incident with Fish sticks.
Possibly.
Now, he's going to be livid today because he's been bullied by everybody.
That's what happens when you got a target on your back.
I think Lincoln's got damage.
Fish sticks just got button. Lincoln's, I think, is just going to bring it home now. He's had a rough race. And despite him being 9th, out of the 10 people remaining, his points record still continues.
Yeah, well, you say that. He hasn't crashed yet.
Matches is equal worst result of the season in Singapore and Australia. The street circuits. Maybe the street circuits is a thing.
He doesn't like them. At all.
No. The Japan he had 8th,
Yeah.
which is the next up from there. So.
But then again, who likes Japan? Kachow's screwed.
Kachow!
Zilla!
Oh, never mind.
Oh, Zilla!
Never mind.
Why'd you do that?
Zilla's just cost himself second.
Oh, Zilla! You moron! Why have you done that?
Right, last lap of this dramatic race, which has tossed and turned and gone every which way. And at the moment, as long as Cornet keeps it out the walls for one final time, he is on for the win. Kachow is on course to win it on track, but he's not doing enough. He's going to end up second. Zedalo, as long as he can keep it, and the commentator's curse and all that, is on course for his very first podium in RSF1.
Yeah, if Zilla does not get a
'cause he's
podium
still a
from
newbie.
here, if he doesn't get a podium from here, then he should just retire. He's so far ahead of everybody else. He'll be fine.
Oh God, now you say it.
It's
Now
alright.
you
I'll
say
even interview him for you as well.
And as long as Kachow has got no ERS, as long as he gets through these final 2 corners, he's going to win it on track, drop to second, but that will do enough for Aston Martin's Constructors Champion. Crosses the line, but Cornet Star is going to get him, and he does. So it's Cornet from Kachow from Zilla. Mike has going to cross the line in a very respectable 4th place. I think his best result by far. Manzi picks up another penalty, so Owen's going to go to 5th.
I think Lincoln might get Manzi. Close.
Fishtitz has got Manzi. Does Button get Manzi? Yes. Does Lincoln?
No.
No.
Oh.
9th place. 2 points.
Now, one thing I'm gonna say now. This position, everyone you see right now, it could be completely different when we look at it in a few days. I think the stewards are going to have a great evening looking at all these...
Oh, they're going to lovely time.
Oh yeah, they're going to have a fantastic time. It's going to be chaos for them. Enjoy, stewards! Who is the steward for F4? Do you know? I have no idea.
Know. You know what that race is? That race was for everybody that's not a championship contender.
Yes.
All the championship contenders fell by the wayside. So the new guys.
Wow.
The new guys a chance.
What a race.
Well, there you have it. Provisionally, of course, Aston Martin are your F4 Constructors Champions. They didn't really need to do. They didn't really need to do much, to be honest, did they?
Just
2
finish.
points is all they needed.
Just finish. That was it.
Yeah. Outscore the lonely Mercedes, who had a very, very rough race. He's left already, so unsurprising.
I don't blame him. I do not blame him.
Can you invite Mr. Button as well, please?
All right. I can't imagine he's going to be best impressed, but I'll invite him anyway.
Come on, he'll be happy. He got a trophy. Got a trophy now.
True. Oh, that was drama.
Just realised as well, Chris, you now cannot pick Lincoln.
I know. I wasn't going to.
Yeah.
Told you I was picking.
You had done the last few. Oh.
Well, it's unfortunate for you, isn't it?
So according to Hush, with those results, obviously very provisionally, Lincoln just needs a top 4 next week.
I'm sure
I mean, that's regardless of
fine.
what anybody does.
He's fine. He's won the title. Doesn't mean he's not
Hasn't
gonna.
won it yet.
It doesn't mean he's not gonna RSF1 carrying the crap out of this, does it?
Hasn't won it. Hasn't won it yet.
But,
Hasn't won it yet.
You know.
Oh yeah, Button does Button have a mic? I'm sure he
Yeah,
does.
He does. I just
Can
don't.
you
I
invite
just
him,
don't
please?
think he likes you.
I mean, if he doesn't, he doesn't. It's up to him. But
It's-
I'm offering.
He has
I'm
probably
offering-
wondered
I'm
why
offering
he's
the
been
hand.
invited. He's probably sat there like, I finished 7th. What do you mean? Why am I invited for this?
Does he even know? Does he even know?
Probably not.
Right. Include your audio, guys. Put the tick into the box at the top of the Xbox party screen so we can hear your point of view. Looks like we're going to be stuck at this screen, so lovely.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this? You got to pick one, Chris. And as Kachal doesn't want you, so
No, do you know what?
He was
That's
the other
even a
two.
better reason. I'm having Kachal. Right, you deal with the other people.
oh god,
Kachal will have to deal with it.
fair enough, fair enough. All right, we will start off with Oh,
Right.
okay. I'll start. You start off then, Chris.
Okay, now I've got to try and remember everything that's happened in that race because it was manic. First of all, Kachal, notice that you got P2 on the grid today. Actually, we'll do Zilla. Zilla's back already. Do Zilla first.
Fuck.
Well, we've got to do in order.
Okay.
We've got to do in order.
Zella, you there?
I think he's there. Join back. Is he there?
You're not there now. You carry on.
Yeah, I carry on.
Mhm.
Okay. Anyway, P2 on the grid today. So brilliant qualifying for you. Was you expecting pole position? Because I'm pretty sure it was close between you and RSF1 Lincoln for pole position in the end.
Yeah, well, the last one in quali was up like 2.5 tenths or something invalidated, so P2, I was quite happy with P2. 1 or 2, as long as it was front of the grid. So
Yeah,
qualifying
you
went-
you had good
Okay.
pace, didn't you, in quali?
Yeah, I felt like I should have or could have had pole, sorry, but it just wasn't the right lap or right consistency invalidated, so it was just unfortunate.
Yeah, that happens around here very, very easily, unfortunately. As
Yeah.
into your race, I noticed you ended up with a 9 seconds worth of penalties throughout that one. I expected you personally to go on and win the race without a penalty problem, but unluckily for you, it did cost you in the end.
Yeah, my own stupidity, like the first one I was trying to put my cigarette in the ashtray, and that's when I crashed in the wing as well. Then I got another penalty for doing the exact same again, so my own stupidity, you're just not paying attention, so I can't even fault it. At the end I did try and push as hard as I could to get a gap, and then I got another penalty, so I just gave up pushing and set up for P2.
Yeah,
I hope you got my double overtake. Please tell me you got that double overtake.
I have no idea, to be honest. I know
What?
there was so
Double
much going
overtake?
on.
Who was it on?
Yeah, I think
It was
I
for
nearly
P.
binned it into the hairpin, so I
Yeah.
backed everyone up, and I think he lunged to him into the hairpin.
Yeah, I got fucking two.
I think I did.
I'll check the
think I
stream.
did.
If not, I'll have it on the race highlights.
Yeah. So what? First of all, let's get started on the lap 1 stuff. Did you
I have no
see what
idea.
happened? Was you involved in any of that? Did you get any damage? Because it was
Well, I was-
chaos.
I was in Lincoln's party and I didn't even know what happened. Didn't know contact at all until I was up to like turn 2. And Lincoln mentioned in the party that something happened. I did ask if I was involved, but he said no. I left enough space. And it was another person. I'm not going to name
Yes.
names. So
It was a Ferrari, and I believe it was Mr.
Yes.
Mystics.
yeah,
I'm
I
just
came
going to name
flying up.
names.
Yeah, I came
It's
flying
fine.
inside and pretty much took out the championship leader. So
Yeah,
It is.
it was poor driving, to be fair, but it happens at turn 1 sometimes. You can't do much about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you went on with some really, really good pace, and should have won, but penalties cost you today, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So
it is what it is. I'm happy
Yeah.
with P2. It was a good race, all in all, and can't complain.
no, and also
I thought we were
clinching
going to see
the,
more of a title fight from Lincoln.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't know what happened to Mr. Millsy, and then Lincoln was very, very cautious after that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
at least
Constructors'
you've,
Championship.
at least you've won the constructors today, because I mean, you only needed 2 points, I believe, before the race even started, which says a lot about how well you and Button have done all season.
And there was someone else there before me, so can't take all the credit.
Yes,
Tribal.
Yeah, Tribal, yeah, one Tribal.
yes. I don't like to mention Tribal. He gets his head a bit too big, and then you have to deal with it. But it is what it is. The next race is Austria, I believe. How are you feeling?
Love it.
Good track, isn't it?
Genuinely love it, yeah, it's one of my favourites.
Okay, so we expect to speak to you again next week.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. If not, I'll be disappointed.
Okay, well, you heard it here. And
Yeah, sure do.
congratulations.
Thanks, boys.
Over to you, Mr. Rubens.
Alright. Yeah, good stuff. Obviously, yeah, I've got to mention Tribal because, I mean, Aston Martin have led since the start of the season, pretty much. But obviously, take nothing away from Kachow and Button here. They've carried it on and been very consistent in their qualifying and their race. So deserved teams championships. So well done, Kachow and Button. I was hoping to speak to Button as well, but good stuff. And yeah, so we're moving on to within Zilla. Zilla, are you there now?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay. So first of all, congrats on, I believe, your first RSF1 podium, because you're still relatively new to the league. You've got to be very, very happy with that, especially after starting in 10th place. You mentioned in the chat you invalidated most of your laps in Q3, so must have been disappointed with that start position. But your race, after multiple safety cars, eventually found yourself in a potentially winning position. Cornet and Kachow seemed a bit too quick. But still, a good race for yourself. You had a good battle with Cornet as well towards the end. But overall, you've got to be very happy with that, I guess.
Yeah, I'm happy with it in the end. I think I could have done better, but my setup was so poor. Like, I couldn't keep the back end still coming out of any exits at all. When I was in the lead, I made quite a few mistakes when I was out of the DRS range, and I could have just run away with it, but I kept making so many mistakes. And then at the end, I made a mistake on the last lap with a penalty when it would have got me P2, but I'm still happy with third. It was a good race.
Yeah, I noticed on board with Cornet, when he was behind you, the rear end was very loose towards the end of that race, but you managed to keep up with one of the pacier drivers in the division, which is promising, especially for next season, obviously, if you continue with us. I guess this point, obviously, you've got 2 more races to go, Austria and China. I guess now you're already thinking about next season, and just quick thoughts on that. First of all, what car do you want? It's obviously driver draw.
I mean, we don't get a choice, do we?
No, it's random.
I'm not really fussed, to be honest. don't really pay attention to what the car looks like when I'm driving, but I don't know. So it's,
Fair enough.
the Red Bull, Ferrari, something like that's always nice to drive, isn't it?
Yeah, all good stuff. Good stuff. Austria next week. What's your thought about the track? It's going to be a good one because it's always good for racing, closer to qualifying. So, what's your thoughts heading to that next week?
I'm actually away with work next week, so I can't make next week.
No.
Yeah.
All right, China finale. Then.
Yeah, China
Racing now?
finale. That'll be a good one.
All right, good stuff. Well, congrats on your first podium,
thank you.
and see you in China. All right, so heading to our race winner, Mr. Cornet Star, which, if I look at your results recently, considering you had a very good start to your season, this is your first win since Baku, so you've had a rough time the last 4 races, in a bit of the wrong place, wrong time. So this is a great return to the rostrum and the top of the rostrum for yourself. In the end, kept penalty free, which was the key in this race. Talk us through. Yeah, well done on your 5th win of the season.
Yeah, thank you. The reason why I've been so poor for the past, since Bahrain or probably Hungary, if that was... No, Hungary was... since a few races ago, since Russia, it was Russia, my connection between my wheel and like the internet was glitchy, so I couldn't correct slides properly. So through Hungary and Bahrain qualifying, I somehow got pole, even though I had what felt like a Haas car. And then in races, it just got worse. And then in Hungary, I just don't want to think about it anymore. So with this race, I was quite surprised going into qualifying. I was actually sorted. So I was just like, right, this is the race where I can finally show what I can do. Didn't go to plan on the last chicane on my last lap because I was 2/10 up, which would have been pole, and I had more time in the chicane. I just sent it too hard. But I was just like, alright, 4th. I got a really good start, and but then Fish Sticks decided to do a Valtteri Bottas and ram into the back of Lincoln, but you know, what can you do? I got damage from that as well. I don't know if I'm going to get a penalty from what I did though. I did the normal F1 rejoining of the track. I think that's legal, but I don't know. Hopefully it is. But yeah, had a really good battle with NUFC Owen. I think that's his name. Basically 2 whole sectors.
Oh yeah, it's
side by
called some of
side.
that.
That was insane.
Yeah, side by side for half the lap. That was
Oh
nuts.
god, yeah. And then I think a Ferrari tried to join, but it didn't end well.
Yeah.
We
I
won't
think
talk
that was
about
again Fish Sticks.
Yeah, I sort of just looked behind me and I saw
it's
it
Rogue.
careering
Oh, was
the
it?
track.
Are
And I
you
was
sure
like,
it was Rogue?
was Rogue
yeah,
'cause he
it was
retired
Rogue.
soon
Yeah,
after.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Rogue.
the race sort of just fell in front of me, and I only got 1 warning during the race, which was good. Yeah, just kept it clean and benefited from Kachal's penalties.
Yeah. Again, similar to Zilla in a way. You're kind of looking towards next season, obviously, because you joined just a little bit too late. You made a decent go of the championship, but obviously consistency of the others above you, of Lincoln and Millsy and Button, have, and obviously the last few races, as I mentioned. Next season, now, obviously the pace you have shown in obviously not my call on this, but the pace you've shown might end you up in Division 3 potentially, but we'll see on that. But regardless of where you are, I guess you're looking forward to next season and having a real crack at whatever division you end up being in.
Oh god, yeah, started this season since I knew this season, when I joined halfway through, I knew this season was going to be just getting settled in, knowing how everyone races, how to keep races clean, and just observing how people drive really. And then the wins were just like something that I was just like happy about, but things that I wasn't fussed on. But next season I'm gonna really go at it. If it's in F4, I'll be going for a championship. In F3, I'll be maybe going for a championship again. But You never really know. And I'm happy fighting in the midfield. I actually really enjoy it because normally quite a bit. It's more exciting every single race, but I don't really mind where I end up as long as I get good racing and enjoyment.
Yeah, I think if you end up in F3 or F4, I think you will do quite well in the season. So, yeah, all the best on that. Quick word about Austria next week.
Yeah.
For a start, I mean, tonight's qualifying has been close. I'd imagine Austria is going to be even more closer.
Oh, yeah, it should.
And the race as well. I guess you're looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah, the only thing is, because obviously I'm on wheel, turn 1 is a little bit hit and miss, because there's a curb on the inside, the yellow sausage curb, and if you hit it even a millimetre wrong, it will send you off. But I'm getting better at that from the last time I drove it. But yeah, qualifying should be really close to Link. I'm having a lot of fun fighting with Link, and I really enjoy going side by side with him. And if we get contact call, we just go on DM on Discord and just sort out. It's a lot of fair racing towards us. So I just hope either me, Lincoln, Kachawi, or Button have some close racing, because I can trust their respect on the track. So I hope there's some good racing.
Definitely.
It's been lovely to watch. It's been lovely to watch, especially these last 3 weeks. So, good stuff on your 5th win of the season.
Thank you.
You've actually overtaken. Have you overtaken Tribal? Yeah, you've overtaken Tribal in the amount of wins drivers had this season. So, very nicely done. Well done on the win, and good luck in Austria.
Thank you.
Well, that was F4, Chris. Wow. Canada didn't disappoint.
Yeah, first of all, put your teeth in. Yeah, secondly, yeah, it was a really very entertaining race. It just didn't stop, did it? It was one thing after another. Contact, safety cars, side-by-side racing, just drama to the final corner. I love that kind of race. It's great. And credit to F4 for doing such an entertaining race.
Yeah, and the fortunate thing for us, Canada is, well, it's not too far. It'll be a few weeks into the new year before we go there again. And I'm sure they will deliver once again. But we are heading to the A1 ring in Austria, another fun track to watch and race at. And we'll be starting it all off on Sunday once again as we head to the penultimate week of this season. All kicks off on Sunday with the new team on Sundays, BF1 Racer and Hell King Tomo. F1 Championship has already been decided, but I'm sure there's a few bragging rights in that division to be sorted out. Monday is the F2 division. That championship is still going strong between Muddy Biscuit and Unity Hush. I think Pigeon Munch is still in that as well. Then we head to F5 on the Tuesday. Almost missed out on the day. Dano didn't wrap it up in Tuesday, did he?
Come on now, he's basically won it. That's just not even beat around the bush. Basically, so can he wrap it up, or would he succumb to the pressure on Tuesday? Wednesday is, I think, the closest division, F3. 10 points between Camo and Shane, I believe, at this point, going into Austria on the Wednesday. Can I have a good race, please? I'm asking nicely. And then we're back here on the Thursday. Can Lincoln, on the second attempt, win the title, or will Millsy or Button close it back in so we can go to China with a finale? All questions will be asked this week. Make sure you join us all for 8 o'clock on those days. Chris, thank you for your company. No problem at all. I enjoyed every second.
And well done to everybody who finished the race and the top 3. Until next time, good night and take care.